All right, we're looking at the mountains up there in Alpaca Shakur's world. Quincy Johnson, the man, the myth, the legend, really another Twitter outlaw.
Damn right about that.
Yeah. How are you, man?
I am doing good, man. Had a major loss in December, had to fall back, but doing good. I'll be back on the road. Shit, they found me. The feds.
Who
Helicopters
was
up
that?
there.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I'll be back on the road next week.
Okay. Well, I'm glad you have some free time with me today. Um,
Shut up,
yeah.
nigga.
So
It's a fucking podcast.
you gonna survive out there this whole time?
What's up?
You're gonna survive out there this whole time in the
Yeah,
weather?
man, just been chilling. I'm between my homie's workshop and his yak farm. Just out there, enjoying this good air, like 10,000 feet in elevation, which will do a number on you if you ain't ready for it.
I think I live at sea level here in Philly.
Ghetto Philly. I've not been there in a minute.
No?
No,
Um, where are? I'm sorry, my brain might be foggy from the bong rip earlier. Did you just say where you are, what state, and all that?
huh? It's Colorado. That's where I'm at.
Colorado?
Let's just say I don't want to give away the exact location because
No, that's
a
fine.
lot of these folks here are liberty minded and they don't like strangers and whatnot. Let's just say I am close to Pikes Peak.
Okay, Pikes Peak.
Yep.
Yeah, I think it's too easy to dox me, so I'm just like, I don't have any kind of handle. It's just my name, man. I'm not. There's no. That's why I kind of try not to get thrown off Twitter, because it's like my name's already going to be. I can't like anonymize my comments, so it has to
Right.
be something I really mean, and that I've thought about for a second before I hit the launch button. But I really appreciate the people who just speak their mind out there and get it rocking, and I certainly don't think people should be getting thrown off. So it's wild that somehow they know you're on it still. They just want to send the message, right?
Yeah, and my message in return is fuck y'all. Shit. I'm middle aged right now, I'm saying, not really giving a fuck, you know what I mean? If a person really has a problem with it, see me in the goddamn streets or mind your fucking business. And that ain't me being a tough guy. I like to call people out on their bullshit. That's all.
Yeah. We all just need to mind our business. I am learning this lesson later in life than I would have liked to. But that's all good. You got to learn when you learn and grind through life.
Exactly.
I loved that you posted yourself, because like the whole selfie paradigm we live in. I love that you posted yourself doing push-ups naked.
Man, I ain't really putting pants on that morning, man. I literally just rolled out of bed and was just like, in the time it takes to put your pants on, you're not gonna want to do these goddamn push-ups. Fuck it, let's just knock these bitches out. My belly will cover up, all the naughty bits. So here we go.
And I think this is what you bring, other than trolling. I think you bring actually a demonstration of self-improvement.
Hey man, to wit, let me just say hashtag push up gang. You know what I'm saying? Like I really started something. I got people on my
I should
timeline
join that
and the
gang.
DMs. Yes.
I'm
Dude, I
already
got
in the
people,
gang. I just didn't know I had a hashtag.
bruh. I've got folks telling me I've inspired them to get in the gym and they ain't been in years or decades and whatnot. And it's crazy because the first time I posted me doing 30 push-ups on a Saturday morning, I swear to God, that whole weekend was a Greco-Roman clusterfuck, man. Like my timeline was in shambles. People telling me, my form was bad. Those weren't real push-ups. Your chest ain't touching the ground. I mean, it
You know
was an
what?
adventure.
Yeah, that's all good. You know what? It takes a lot of courage to do that. I posted a selfie a couple weeks ago. I was on vacation. I was in Mexico, and I thought it was a good picture. My shirt was open. It was hot. I just climbed up this little mountain, And I posted it, and there was in this Discord and a bunch of dudes who were clowning me because I had chest hair, and another picture my feet were out. I'm like, fuck that. Like,
Fuck 'em.
what? Really? What is this, high school? What are we doing here?
Thank
And
you.
so then, like,
Thank
within a
you.
week, you posted that picture, that thing of you push ups naked, and hey, let's, I'm already pretty fit and all this, I think it's inspiring to be like, I'm not trying to insult you, but you're a heavy man.
Yes, I do. I am 385 pounds, which
Whoa,
is which is
that's bigger
down.
than I thought.
Well, here's the thing. About a month and a half ago, I was like right at 420. So I mean, I'm just like it is what it is. I'm at the point now. If somebody wants to critique me or chastise me, okay. If I'm doing it wrong, post a video of you doing it the right way so that I can learn from you. Otherwise, shut the fuck up and mind your goddamn business.
Plus, like, really, you're friends with Forrest's mom. If you want some advice, you can ask her anything. She's
Yep.
all you need. I think she
What
teaches
up there,
things,
Forrest,
right?
mommy? I'm gonna see you
I'm talking to
soon,
her
man.
tomorrow.
Nice.
Yeah, it was great. I booked these interviews on 222. Did you have a good day that day? Seemed like that was a flowing day for me. Everything was just good.
Man, 222 was like I don't really get into numerology.
I didn't
It
look
was
forward
just
to it, but the day just
it
was
was
like magically smooth. Everything, I booked you and her in the same day, and just getting Sky Daddy's retweets. Shout out Sky Daddy. And even my yoga teacher was kind of like giving me vibes, and I'm like, what the hell is going on? This day's insane.
it was it was literally just a normal day, man. I mean, like the whole
I
numerology
For
thing,
me, it was great.
not my thing, but shout out to people who indulge in it, knock yourselves out. Me, I'm just like, all right, like I don't even remember what day that was. Be honest with you, like
Yeah, well, it was just 2 days
was that
ago.
Tuesday?
Yeah. But anyway, that I don't know. I forget why I even brought that up, but it was that's what I guess that made me want to book you, because I just, what I want to highlight, because I've been doing a lot of contemplation and I'm doing a
Hmm.
lot of self improvement myself. I'm 39. I got jittery about turning 40, but I think I've crushed the midlife crisis already. And
Same.
but I'm also stoked. I'm like, I am fit. I don't have kids yet. Now I'm interested in family, and but I'm also feel like physically fantastic, mentally way more clear than when I was like, I set out 20 years ago in Portland, Oregon. I became pretty well known there. Like, I got into the music scene, radio, put together festivals. I got into comedy. I was well known there, and I kind of crashed and burned out because my ego was just out of control. And I don't feel like I have that ego. So, like, I feel like I can look forward to 20 years. So I want to highlight people and talk to other people that are kind of on a journey. You know what I mean? Because it's
Yep.
cool. So where are you at with that? Like, you were on Aquarian Anarchy podcast.
Yep.
Excuse me.
But
And
me, I
you were
that nigga moved it. She done run me the fuck over. Go
um,
ahead, brother.
but yeah, you were talking about how you just got into trucking. You're making money. You're starting to stack probably Bitcoin and shit. You're making shit happen for your life, right?
Indeed, man. It's like I'll be honest with you. This is me trying to catch up and play catch up for all what I'm saying, for all the shit that happened back in the day. I fully admit I fucked up my teens, my 20s, my 30s. Now I'm 45, hitting 46 next month. Didn't think I was gonna be here. Didn't plan for it, and now I gotta play catch up because hell, 65 is right around the corner, and I damn sure ain't trying to be busting my ass when I hit 65.
Yeah.
No, no, no.
I think I have a plan A with 20 years, can for sure comfortably retire if I focus. But also, I think I have like a plan B and C. I try to reverse it rather than think that the dream is the top plan.
Yep.
So plan C is the ultimate dream. I think in 5 years, if I play some cards in my life right, then I could be set. And it's just a matter of focus. We don't believe in ourselves, and we're consumed by insecurities and shit. So when you go on
Uh-huh.
in Twitter and naked push up, you're just like conquering your fucking insecurities. It's
Man,
great.
the way I see it, and I gotta give a shout out to Alexander Cortez, AJA Cortez. He had a great quote a couple years ago. It's never too late to unfuck yourself. and truer words have never been spoken. You
Yeah,
know what
I
I
believe it.
mean?
I
So,
believe it. Redemption, all that.
yep.
Yeah, I want to give people second chances, and I don't want to get burned either. So I think like you have to be good. I don't know. You have to look out for yourself. Number one, uh,
Hmm.
and but also there's this integrity of life to me where you are tied into everything. There's nothing you do. It's like Newtonian physics. There's nothing you do that's not causing a reaction. So I mean, you
Yeah,
can't deny
man.
that.
You're right. It's like how that first for every action there's an opposite and an equal reaction. I
Right.
get that. I get that. Most definitely.
Um. So there you are in Colorado. Where you come from?
I'm originally from Detroit, Michigan. I got the hell out of there as soon as I could.
My mom's from Detroit, by the way.
Oh,
So I go to
word,
Michigan
nice.
on the regular. Yeah, I love it. It's beautiful country out there. Would you ever go back?
Certain things would have to happen for me to even consider going back to Detroit. Like I've actually been back to Michigan. Ferndale was the closest I got to Detroit. In order for me to go back to Detroit, the murder's got to get down to say 250 a year, and you have to keep it there for 5 years. Um, yeah, you have to clean up the neighborhoods. Like yeah, just
I mean, I wouldn't
I
want to live
mean,
in the city. I'm done with cities. I want to live in the country.
oh, same
So,
here, brother.
yeah.
Same here. Same here. Like when I finally decide to buy some land, it will be spacious land. I'm not gonna buy some damn condo or townhome downtown somewhere. Shout out to the people who want to do that, but that's just not where I'm at. Once I left Austin and moved up to Boulder, I was hooked on nature, and I've been hooked on ever since.
Um, yeah, that's beautiful country out there. Oregon was fantastic, but I don't have family out there. I have
Yes.
ancestors. I have ancestry in Pennsylvania, and there's a connection to that I feel here. If I moved to Philly, it's very different. I can't wait to get out of Philly. Uh, but I mean, there's also aspects of the city that I love, and it's made me a lot stronger. I've learned a lot more. I've become more tolerant and understanding of everything since I've been here. I don't know if I can attribute that to the city exactly, but it's a rough place, and you have to accept people, otherwise you're gonna get your head
Exactly.
bashed in, dude.
Philly will make you put up with a lot of shit because you're gonna have to
Yeah,
put up with a lot of shit
and
in Philly.
communicate. Hmm.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's
Now, sometimes communicating can be as simple as this or some of this or some of this, but
yeah,
at least you're talking.
but you can. Yeah, I never got in a fight till I didn't even really get in a fight out here, but I got in it with my neighbor, and it almost got bad.
Jesus.
Yeah, yeah. I bought in the on. I bought on a block that's like a nice block at the edge of the hood. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
not the hood. It's people that work and everything. It's like not a. It's people that. It's like there's some pride here and everything's occupied. There's not a lot of what do you call it? A blight. Blight is
Yeah.
where the neighborhood gets bad when there's just homes that are boarded up. People don't own their homes. I feel a lot safer, even if it's low income, in a neighborhood where people own their home. And I researched that before. It's a majority homeowner neighborhood, but we're all working class people. I don't make money. I'm not here trying to like gentrify it and make money. I can't. I don't have that power. I used to. I
Yeah.
think I played my role in gentrifying Portland, but
I've actually read somewhere that Philly has the most home ownership of like any major city in the U.S., which is like crazy. I heard it's like 75 or like 80% or something of
I
the
would
people
look
in
into
Philly
that.
own their own homes.
I would look into that myself. I should look into that because my understanding is in the 1930s, um, that was kind of the peak of the economy, and indeed, it was at that time called the workshop of the world and the number one homeowner city in the country.
Uh-huh.
Today, Shenzhen is the workshop of the world, and I don't see a lot of home ownership. I see a lot of blight and upper income renters. So I don't know. I'd look into it. I'm going to look into it actually. I'll get back to you about it because I love economic data. It's one of my kind of like second hobbies or whatever.
Right.
Um, But yeah, cities are crumbling. I think they're over. I think we're gonna see like incoming new towns, people becoming more self-reliant. I want to be part of that. I'm working on it actively to get some land, and I'm looking at PA. I really my heart's here right now. Something else, something would have to come and throw a twist at me, but
Listen, PA does have its nice areas. Like I've been up there on the PA Turnpike. I've been up there, been in Scranton and 84 and 81 and whatnot, and it's not bad. But in the wintertime, good luck, because once you step off the turnpike, yeesh, and
yeah,
there's
and
somebody as a truck driver trying to get my truck in them tiny ass towns, like good lordy, like I've actually been to the Hershey plant in Hershey, PA. That was an adventure getting in and out of that downtown. It was an adventure.
Philly's different in every respect from the rest of the state for the most part. Like my ancestors, my family, they're way out in they pioneered the hills out there in like north of Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh is a lot colder. Then you go north of there, it's even colder and crazier. So it's a huge difference when the closer to the coast you get, and especially on the southern side. But I want to go a little north probably or something. But anyway, I wanted to. I don't want to forget to ask about Alpaca. How did you get that nickname? How did you come up with that, or what?
It wasn't even me, man. It was one of my damn followers came up with that, man.
Oh,
Like
okay.
picking me and the homie were cooking, rolling around town, and we rode past these alpacas, just chilling. And I was like, "Hey, yo, hold up, man, stop, man!" And I got out, took a picture with them. I'm just like, yeah, hanging out here with these OG alpacas and everything. And somebody called me Alpaca Shakur, and I was just like, I'm using that. That is just comedy gold right there.
Yeah, that's a good one. I swear to God that a friend of mine used to use that term. I can't say for sure. Shane, back in Portland, I lived on a farm and we had alpacas. We had an alpaca and a llama and sheep. I was the shepherd on the north side of or wait, whatever, on the other side of the farm, and he lived in the barn, and he took care of the llamas. Um, and so I've fucked with llamas. I've fucked with alpacas. They're pretty cool. I would like to have them on my future land. Have you
Right?
worked with them at all, or do you have any animals experience, or what?
No, not really, man. I mean, I wouldn't mind having some animals in the future, but right now I'm focused on eating them.
Yeah. Do you hunt or anything? What's your like country? What's your hillbilly status?
It is growing rapidly. One of the goals for this year is to learn how to hunt, how to fish, how to shoot a freaking bow and arrow. Cause I don't know how to do any of that shit. It's like as much as I respect the hillbillies that I'm hanging around with and everything, they know way more than me. You know what I'm saying with regards to like doing all that stuff. That's
Yeah.
kind of the reason why I hung around them so that I can learn some things. So in case shit ever does hit the fan, I'm good. I can actually go out and hunt for my food and cook it so I don't get sick and things like that.
Good man. I mean, that's advice. We are on the same page. It's everybody should be thinking that way. Um, as little as as if you have like I have a patio on my front steps big enough that I could go grow some tomatoes and stuff. And I did, but I'm not. I'll be honest. I don't even want to do it anymore because the yield isn't great. But I'm used to have. I lived on. I had a nice garden on that farm, and I'm so ready to do that again. And yeah, I have family out here. That, my family's like truck drivers, um, living out in the country in Pennsylvania and Arizona, Republicans, and I was very liberal, but now I get along and enjoy their company quite a lot.
Well, there you go. There
Life's
you go.
changing. Yeah,
Yeah,
I shot a gun for the first time just last year with my cousin up there. So
yeah.
I'm
I'm actually proficient in. Well, I'm not gonna say I'm like some badass mountain sniper and everything like that, but I know how to put holes in daylight if need be.
yeah. So how much have you been shooting? And where do you go out into the woods to do it, or gun ranges? How does that work for you?
Um, pretty much wherever I could find some open land where ain't no houses or something, I might go off and fire off around or something like that. Like as a truck driver, I'm legally not allowed to have it in the truck, which is one of the dumbest rules I've ever heard of. But what are you gonna do? So my gun
Can't
is
have a gun in
secured.
your truck.
Can't have a gun in your truck. No, no, no.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, there's some sense to that,
It's
I
it's actually
guess.
complicated. If you own your own truck, which I don't, but if you own your own truck, you can have a gun, but then you're subject to whatever state gun laws you're in. So the gun laws in Jersey are different from the gun laws in, say, Utah. You know what I mean? So you got to be real careful about that.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't, supposedly, I can't get, if I get a weed card in Pennsylvania and
Yep,
then I buy a gun,
can't do it.
then if I somehow I can't, even if I can get a gun, it would be illegal for me to possess it if I have a weed card.
Correct, and that's pretty much in damn near every state where they have legal marijuana. I know here in this
Oh,
state of
so medical
Colorado,
though. If you're, but if
even
it's,
even if it's medical, can't do it.
right, right. Yeah, that's all we have here is medical. I could go get a medical card. I could say I have anxiety or whatever, right? But, and I do. I mean, I love weed, but like for these reasons. But yeah, I don't want to get a card. I don't want to get a card. I
Right.
just want them to fucking make it. I was in Oregon, for years with it legal, and I loved it. It was wherever it's legal, it seems to get cheaper, and I love that
Yep.
Arizona. I was able to fly in, go grab some weed for $15 an eighth, and it was good. And
Yes, sir.
so I'm, yeah. So, but you're saying like if it's recreational, like in Oregon, well, you can't divide me from the people who smoke weed and those who don't. So everyone then can have a gun, right? That makes sense, right?
I mean, if it's recreational, then yeah, you're good because there's
Yeah.
no record of
Right.
you having a medical marijuana card. But in states where it is medical only, or where they have both, if you have a medical card, you cannot have a concealed carry permit, which
So
again is just messed up.
here's what I think that is, or what I read a little bit about it, and my understanding was basically in a way, it's a law to help people stay compliant. Because if you are riding around with an ounce of weed with a medical license and a gun with a license, you're still breaking federal law because you look like you're trafficking an ounce of weed.
Yes,
And that's
which
why
is
you can't
again
have a gun as a
idiotic.
trucker. They don't want you taking hostage the truck or whatever. Yeah, I know. What can you do, man? It's like we have to somehow. I think it's all cultural. We can have freedom, but we have a culture problem. People will take advantage of each other and shit. We don't look out for each other enough. We need to build that culture. That's my solution. I'm not going to go out railing against the government. It's just not my interest. I want to go boosting people that are enlightening people and are expanding consciousness. That's my interest.
I want to run against the government. Fuck them. I'm sorry. Fuck those assholes. Fuck them in DC. Stop interfering in my goddamn day-to-day life. Stop
Yeah.
thinking that you know how to run my life better than me.
Oh yeah,
Fuck
I know.
all the way
Well, I
off.
don't comply, right? I'm not going to comply. There's a point where my autonomy beats your authority. And
Uh-huh.
so far it hasn't come to arms. I've been able to work around their bullshit throughout these last 2 years. Now we're talking about, war in fucking Ukraine or whatever. I think it's all just psyop. But
Yeah,
even
same here.
I don't know. They're taking it pretty far right now, but hopefully they pull it back, right? And that's what I'm expecting. This is all just showboating, but it could get crazy. And the more they want to invade our privacy, then I start. That's why I want to get my land. Okay, divide myself a little bit from this city. I'm very controllable and governable in the city. I don't feel comfortable anymore in the city. I need to get to the country where you can't quite govern me or my community, because we're all kind of generally on the same page. People that live out there, whether they're
Yes,
liberal
sir.
or
Yes, sir. That
most
is.
liberals in the country are still civil libertarians,
Yeah.
ACLU
Mm-hmm.
style rights, which includes gun rights.
Mm-hmm.
They
There's
defend gun rights.
actually a few liberals out here in the county where I'm at, like they will fly their whole Biden Harris flag or the Trump Harris, or I mean Trump Harris, the Biden Harris flag or Obama and Biden flag. At the same time, these motherfuckers are locked and loaded, just like everybody else. And we'll tell the police, look, don't come at this motherfucker if you ain't got no damn warrant. You know what I'm saying? Just because I'm liberal doesn't make me a pussy. You know, I'm like, and I can respect that. You know, I can.
I mean, in my heart, I still feel like my values are very much aligned with the liberal attitude that I came up with. But I was kind of into the lefty anarchists, which is more like cooperatives, and
Mm-hmm.
it's still like fuck the government and don't tax me, but it's like also democracy, like this idea of collective, rather than, I think you have a hard right libertarian anarchist, which is more like kind of like fuck everyone but me, but also they understand that you don't have authority over anyone else, so you can't just fuck people over, and that's what I
Yeah,
appreciate,
I
that we
mean,
all understand.
me personally, I'm not gonna say I don't fuck everybody, but me, I'm just saying I am all about the individual. You know what I mean? Like I don't really
Yeah.
do the whole collective stuff because in my experience, any collective that I try to be a part of, they want to take away what makes me me. They just want me to be a nameless, faceless cog in the wheel, and I just can't abide by that. Quite honestly, I just want to be left the fuck alone. That's it. I just want to be left alone. You do your thing. I do mine. I won't impede on you. You don't impede on me. If our paths should cross, yes, we can be friendly. We can be civil. But then I'm going east and you're going west. You know?
So I want to know your journey a little bit more, between
Okay.
Detroit and Colorado, and your kind of philosophical journey in that process, because
Gotcha.
that's definitely a liberal place. It's an urban place, and now you're in this kind of more libertarian headspace where you want to live in the country, shoot your animals, eat your animals you shoot. We are very much alike in that we're going the same direction right now at the same time, and I find that interesting, but
All right.
in our own ways. So anyway, how did you go from urban to this attitude now?
Okay. Born and raised in Detroit, Michigan, was out there living that thug life like nobody's
No
business.
shit.
Thank God I grew up and did all my dirt in the area before cell phones, before the internet, before social
Yeah.
media. Whew. Uh, Anywho,
You would have
let's
had
just
some
say
incriminating shit on Instagram. Yeah.
I would never understand why a motherfucker would film themselves doing some dumb illegal
Uh,
shit. That just was it. Hey yo, man, we out here, man. We selling dope, man. We over there smoking crack. Just, what? Man, don't put your fucking phone down, you dumbass. Like, you're telling on yourself. Anyway, um,
yeah.
let's sit
You
down.
got to be careful. Even talking about your crypto out in the world, just
Yeah, man.
mind your business is just something to keep in mind all the time.
Seriously.
Yeah.
That's like that is like the unofficial motto of Detroit. Mind your motherfucking business. So basically, I mean, I'm black from Detroit. I grew up Democrat because that's all we knew growing up. Like I ain't know shit about politics. I only went by what I heard from my mother in the church and the occasional time I watch the news. Democrats are awesome. The Republicans are bad, and that's pretty much the only message you hear in the hood. Okay, I freaking left Detroit, went down to Houston, kept that up, still living that thug life. You know what I'm saying?
Is
Um,
this the early '90s? Wait, no,
this
you're only
is
5 years older than me. So this is
let's
but
see.
yeah,
I was in Houston. Let's call it 92 to right before 9/11. You know what I'm saying? Like I left Houston right as the new baseball stadium was being built.
there was a lot of
I got
rappers coming out of Houston at that time, right?
listen. Shout out to Swisher House, DJ Screw, Screwed Up Click, all
Screw,
them
right?
boys.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah. He
saying?
invented shit. That guy.
Yes sir, yes
Did
sir.
you robo trip a lot?
I was around DJ Screw. I've actually
No
met the
shit.
man, shook his hand. Went, I mean, yeah, I met him when he was still selling mixtapes out of his house to the trunk of his car and everything. Good dude, good dude, good dude. You know what I mean?
Just wanted to have a good time.
Yeah, yeah, just want to have a good time, sip some weed, maybe mess with some ladies, whatever. You know,
Something's up with your audio. I don't know what just happened. It
I
just
don't know what happened. Hello, mic check, mic check.
there you go. It was tin
Okay.
can for a second. Well, it kind of is again.
Well, I mean, my defense, I am up at like 10,000 feet or something like that.
Huh.
But I love Houston. August 2001, and got there to Austin right before 9/11. Is it still acting up?
It's interesting. It's
Okay,
doing weird things. But it's audible.
okay, okay.
I don't know.
If
We'll
it,
see if
if
it
it's
plays
audible,
out. If it doesn't, I'll let you know.
okay. And was in Austin for about 10 years. You know, somewhat of an outsider, doing security, stagehand work, and I came across Alex Jones right after 9/11.
Oh,
Okay, and this is back when he was still doing public access. It was just him in a studio with a folding table and a bunch of documents. And it was a Sunday afternoon. He was on public access. I was listening to the channel from the night before. I was playing rap videos, and I wake up hungover to some dude just screaming about the freaking Saudi Arabian royal family and the Bush connection. Like, what the fuck is this asshole? My head hurts. So,
he was still on the air at that time, is what you
yes,
said.
yes, yeah, yep. He was still on the public access channel.
Oh wow,
Yeah, long
that's
time ago.
rad.
So that was my first foray into okay.
That's
There's
back when he
other
was still.
things than being a liberal, you know.
He's Bill Hicks. That's when he was
Yes.
still Bill Hicks.
Yep. So I started listening more to him,
um,
and basically it went from me being a liberal to listening to Alex Jones.
yeah, he's
Started
definitely a gateway drug.
yeah, most of the
The
facts.
the Bohemian Grove thing fucked with me.
Same here.
And
Same here. I
I
ain't
came
no
onto
way
that
about it.
like 2015 or 16, 17 or something.
Hmm.
That's when I saw that. I didn't know much about Alex Jones before.
Oh yeah. So after listening to him, it got me in touch with like other like outside pundits talking about things like that. So I started listening to this dude out of Kansas, Freeman, and reading like Brave New World, 1984, and I left Austin in 2009. Went up to Boulder, Colorado for a minute. That didn't work out, so I went back to Austin, then to Denver, and back to Austin again. And now I'm up here in Denver. Well, I'm up here in the state, and yeah, it's just I'm at the point now. I will listen to almost anybody, even if I disagree with them, because I
Yeah,
mean, I like to hear every side of the story and then make up my own thought process about it.
I don't even know what I truly disagree with other than incorrect information. There's all kinds of ways to look at the world, but if you can't see the information correctly, then there's no use talking to you, and that's the end of the day for me. Like, if you don't understand PCR tests at all and you're worried about cases, you better educate yourself on that, then come back, we can talk. It's like if you don't understand structural integrity of steel beams,
Talk
don't come
to
back.
them.
Don't
Talk
talk to
to
me.
them.
Like, I'm not a genius. I'm not a building engineer. But I am a jack of all trades, and I have built things. I
Tower 7, baby. Tower 7.
Tower 7.
Hey, come on now.
I've just been through enough of life, is all I'm saying. Like, I'm not like, I was sitting in the gym today in the sauna. And I go to, it's not Planet Fitness. It's a step up from there, but, and it's like we were having real street level conversation, you know?
Hmm.
And I was just sitting there thinking, people with bachelor's, there's some statistic I read. People with bachelor's degrees are the most likely to go along with whatever the news is saying, basically. PhDs and people from the hood are the ones who actually have a critical opinion about what's going on in the world. You know, the people in the sauna had more instinct about how shit works than, I don't know, all these bachelor's degrees. When I was in Portland, everybody has a bachelor's degree. Everybody that you meet had a bachelor's
Fucking
degree.
Portland, boy. You know, yeah, you may be educated, but you still dumb as a box of rocks. But let me tell you something.
It's
Like your freaking PhD doesn't, hold that much weight. Sorry.
But that is the thing, is like, there, once you've put yourself through that much degree of like real
Indoctrination.
investigation, well, there's an, yeah, if you can be indoctrinated big time as a PhD, and many and probably most are. But what I'm saying is, you have to go through some serious scientific rigmarole, rigorous training to become a PhD level scientist, and I believe 100% in the scientific method,
Right.
and you can't get around that after a point. That's why I was saying that people in the street observe reality in a direct way, and then the people who have PhDs have studied reality in a way, and then they're both in their own way having critical opinions about life. But all these people in the middle, they're the ones that are so easy to herd like sheep. That they just have a bachelor, so they're all they learned how to do was take tests and repeat information. You know,
Yep.
so
Yep.
we agree.
Yep.
All right. So anyway, so you did not go to college.
No, I went to ITT for drafting
I
back
remember
in.
those TV
Yeah.
commercials. ITT
Jesus
Tech.
Christ.
Ping.
Uh-huh.
Uh,
Yeah, that was the extent of it. I did 1 year of high school before I got expelled from the entire Houston Independent School District. Um, yeah, my education and my intelligence comes from life experience, having to grow up at a very early age and get out here and start working.
yeah, me too. I did work a lot. I was also a brat, so I um, didn't have a strong work ethic until later. Did you develop that early?
Yes, I did. That's actually the one good thing my old man drilled in my head. It was, son, you can rest when you're dead. Until then, fuck you. Go out there and work and go get some goddamn money. And it pretty much stuck with me, you know? Like, I guess tough love was the phrase, because I remember when I hit 16, my mother's birthday gift to me was a job application. She's like, "Yep, when you go now, get your ass out there and start
Yeah,
working,
I think
and
I've heard of that.
I'm
That's
gonna
a
start
good one.
charging you rent."
I'm sorry, I stepped on what you just said. What did she say?
No, she was like, "Well, your ass is grown now. Get out there, start working.
Yeah,
I'm gonna start charging you rent." I'm like,
yeah.
okay, well,
Charging you rent at 16.
16 on my birthday, 16. Here's your birthday gift. It's application to
I understand 18.
Whataburger, Burger King. You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying? Just pick one, go work, and when you get paid, I get paid.
I would say I would definitely make it would make a lot of sense to cut my kid off of allowances at working age. That would make a lot of sense. I don't know about charge rent, but that's a good threat. I don't know.
I
She
never
didn't
got an
follow through with
allowance.
it.
I
Hmm?
was out there, cutting grass and sweeping up. Like I had jobs before I was 16, working under the table, at the grocery store or the pool hall, whatever, sweeping this and mopping that. But when I was 16, it came official. Okay, you're old enough to legally work now. Go work.
Um, yeah, I was 15. I got a busser job. Pretty much have been working ever since. I've had my unemployment stints, but I think we all deserve that. We pay into the system. Surely you've. Some people are so against it, and you might be because you're anti-government. You're like, well, if I don't want to. So what's your attitude? Have you been?
I was against the system. I was quote unquote outsider. There's about a good 5, 6 year period when I was in checking account, didn't have a bank account, didn't have a renters agreement in my name. Like I was strictly working for cash under the table, either working as a bouncer or a stagehand. And I was just like, at that time, I was like, I don't wanna live by your rules, man. I don't wanna participate in your system. And then I got older and found out like, yeah, you kind of need to be somewhat in the system if you want to get a freaking decent paying job. So that's why I'm doing a truck driver now, and even now, I guess I can say I'm a bit of an outsider because I don't have a house, I don't have a legal address and everything, and I've been living in the truck for about 2 years now, and will continue to do so for at least another 2 years
Wow. You're in the truck.
in the truck.
So you
In the
just,
truck. Yes, yes, yes.
but you don't own it.
I
But they
don't
don't
own
mind.
it. They don't mind. Listen, the company there's like, we don't give a damn you live in there or not. Just be your ass in
Get,
Birmingham at 9 a.m. Friday. We don't care, you know. So yeah, I mean, I have it set up
is
to
your,
where I could cook. I got my food, got my water in there. I got my books, so it's all good.
I mean, that's humble. And there's people that actually have a lot of money that sell their house and they move into their van and then they start hashtagging van life. So, man, I've lived in my van. I've lived in a tent on that farm that I talked about before. I've rented all of the spaces there. And then one time, a couple summers, I was like, I want to live in a tent. And I loved it, dude. I set up a little kitchen on the ground, and I had like a little propane stove, one little $5 propane tank, $4 back then, in inflation. Uh, you would,
Yeah, thanks,
I
Biden.
could cook on that for a month. Tell me your gas bill can be, you know what I mean? Like I loved it. Somehow people don't, I didn't understand why people didn't understand why I would want to live like that. And I still don't. I don't understand why people, like, life is so much more interesting than IKEA furniture and apartments. Like, why?
Facts, facts,
Yeah.
facts, man. That's one of the major things I like about the gig I got now. Like every day is gonna be different from the next. You know what I mean? Like I'm always out there seeing new stuff, cool stuff. Even on routes that I've been on, like a hundred or so times. Like I've been on I-70 and I-80 easily 300 times across the country, and I'm always seeing new stuff out here, man. Like I love it. You know what I mean? Like you're just never gonna get bored.
And
You
if
know
you
what I'm saying?
imagine now if you own your own truck, are you going to do that? Is that your goal?
That is a goal, but it's going to be after I get my land. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Because like the trucks are going to be there, the land is not. You know what I'm
Yeah, yeah.
saying? Because they're making new trucks, they're not making new land. So land first.
Yeah, I really think that we've already seen a massive wave. Like I remember I was looking at land before COVID, and I watched these properties double in value overnight. I was able to find like 2 3 acre lots in my range, which is a 5 figure range.
Yeah,
I don't want to buy over 6 figures, and I really want to keep it,
blame him.
you know. Anyway,
And that's
the
another reason why I'm living in the truck for a moment because I want these damn truck prices to go down, man. Like because of this COVID. Oh, did I lose them? Mic check 1 2 1. Hello.
yeah, the whole stream just got interrupted for some reason.
Man, some damn fat boys, man. We was over talking that real stuff about being self-efficient, and they were just like, click. Nope, we ain't
Yeah,
doing all that.
what? Yeah, I hope that I've never actually seen that happen in this. And I have like very good internet. That's one of the things about being out here.
That
But
happens on damn near every podcast I'm on, man. And if it can cut out for like a few seconds or something, like, God damn it.
you remember that uh Coast to Coast? Did you ever listen to Coast to Coast?
Yes, I've listened to Coast with Art Bell and with George Norrie. Good stuff. It has kept me awake through many a midnight shift of driving.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Love it.
That's cool. I love that that's still on the air. And if you're a driver, like AM radio is still a thing for you. Um, but yeah, there was that occasion. It was a fascinating thing. Do you remember? You might remember it, but there was a guy who went on the air saying he was from Area 51, medical discharge, uh, and he was running, and they were going to triangulate him, and then the signal cut out, and it actually shut down the signal for 10 minutes, and the clip ended up on the end of the Tool album from 2001, just before 9/11, where, I mean, he's talking about controlling people in the cities, and now you actually see it happening, and it's fascinating, because it turns out the guy that got cut off the air was in Fishtown, Philadelphia. I believe the guy that comes out and says he did it. He has compelling evidence, and his view is that he did trigger a genuine response, but they looked him up and was like, "Oh, this is just some clown." But it's mysterious. It's still mysterious. But you remember that, right?
I do remember that, and that was some. Like, I didn't hear it live, but I have heard the actual clip of it. That was crazy, man. It's like before I know about Alex Jones or libertarianism or any of this other stuff, I would have never believed it, man. But after doing my own research, like shit is real, man. It's just like they I do believe there is some sort of mind control or at least brainwashing going on. That is for damn sure. I absolutely believe in geoengineering. You know what I mean? Where they're putting up the chemtrails, and I absolutely believe in that because
You see it all day. It's right in your face.
yeah, man, it's
Yeah.
just like if you look up in the sky, hey, you look up in the sky and it's looking like a freaking tic tac toe board. That is not normal. You know
How
what I
do
mean?
people? Yeah, I know. Like I was driving through across New Mexico last year, and it was like, how is this? All of these are fake clouds. This should be
Yeah,
a clear ass sky right now.
it's like
It's
they're freaking putting up these patterns, and then the next day you got rain or snow. You know what I mean? It's
yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, there's weird shit going on, and I'm mindful of being on YouTube, and eventually my goal is to be completely off the grid and have a podcast that doesn't depend on any of these platforms, so that we can distribute it not in a live stream. But this is just casual. It's me just I'm trying to get my skills back together, interviewing,
Dude,
and
I'm actually going to be getting me a ham radio at some point this year, and no, I ain't getting no goddamn license. They can kiss my ass. Uh, but yeah, I plan on getting a ham radio that has like you can reach worldwide with that. Like I've got a buddy now. I won't say what state he's in, but he can reach Johannesburg like routinely on a freaking clear day with his ham radio, and it's not even that big of like a ham radio setup.
that's cool. And little micro FM stations too. Those are you can without actually you won't even be breaking federal law with a micro transmitter. And out in the country, that's useful. Like I was just visiting my anarchist buddy down in Y, Arizona. Shout out 106.9. If you're driving through Y, Arizona, then there is one FM station, and it's only they call it pirate radio, but it's not even pirate radio. It's legally transmitting, but because there's nothing around there, it actually transmits to the whole town and for miles. It's dope.
Hey,
So it's fun.
um, oh damn it! Hello.
What? Oh, what?
I don't mean to interrupt anything, but I'm literally. I just checked. I'm at like 2% right now, brother.
Oh,
My bad.
okay. You're gonna shut down. Well, I
Yeah,
was gonna try to ask you a little bit about music, just but and stuff like that. But I think we're cool. If you
we
want to
can do
talk
a
again,
part
we can.
two.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
can definitely do a part two.
Part eventually, 10 years, we'll be on to part 25 if we
There
keep
you
it up.
go.
Yeah. So it's all good. I'll let you go. Thanks for hanging out. I enjoyed it. I'll send you the links and all that. And is there anything you want to mention
Yeah.
in the?
Before my phone dies, I don't know if y'all can see me now because my screen is blank.
Yeah, it's frozen.
I'm gonna say what I always say, people. Keep your head up, stay positive, love yourself, love your friends, love your family. Do not get caught up in this whole division because that's exactly what they want you to do. They want you to be at each other's throats. That way, you're too busy fighting each other to fight them assholes. And by them assholes, I mean the politicians in DC, the bankers, the money boys, the people who just want violence all the damn time, looking at you, Lockheed Martin and Boeing and KB Root, Halliburton. Y'all can all suck a fat one from the back. Okay? Take care of your health, your wealth, and yourself. If you got any friends, love your friends. Got some family, love your family. If you ain't got neither one, then goddamn it, love yourself. Okay?
And there he goes. That was perfect. That was a perfect time to lose him. Love yourself. And I've been thinking this a lot lately. Actually, seriously, it bubbled up in a big time way. So it's awesome that he ended with that. I finally love myself. I, honest to God, just days ago, understood what that meant. And I don't know. I'm just feeling more confident and ready for shit than ever. And it's like what he said is why? Because I'm not focused on others. I'm not interested in dominating anybody. I'm out for my own freedom and enlightenment, and I want to share that with others and boost those who do it. So that's why I'm doing this stream. And that's the end of this one for the Sean Ongley Show featuring Alpaca Shakur, a.k.a. Quincy Johnson, or it's the other way around, where the a.k.a. should be ordered, which is still in the middle. So it's all good. Okay. Peace out. See you next time. Tomorrow I get Forest Mommy. I'm stoked on that one. Bye.